Hello Linda from Linda Active and Little Mini. Jessica, it's your workout today. You want it all side lying, so we're going to get straight into it. You want it inner thighs, outer thighs and quads all in a side laying position. We're going to try and keep our core really nice engaged and just start with some side leg raises. You wanted it to be advanced, so the way that I want you to advance it is to really stretch your leg long, lengthen behind the knee, keep your hips stacked, start from a slightly elevated position and then go up further from there. So you should already be really contracting through the side glute area and then contract even more as you go up. We're going to keep it nice and simple today, but lots of reps for the same muscle groups to really burn it out. Up and up. Make sure that you're not slouching and make sure the side body down the bottom here is really engaged as well. May as well get that core involved. Lengthening that leg as if someone's pulling it to the opposite wall. Breathing. Nice job. We're going to come in and tap and then push behind. So front tap and lengthen, pushing behind the hip line. Keeping everything else stacked, in and extend. I forgot to mention it's 40-second intervals today. Sorry, 50-second intervals today. What am I saying? Because you wanted it a little bit more advanced. We're going for slightly longer intervals. Nothing crazy. Because we want some variety, right? If we did long intervals for a 20-minute workout, might get a bit boring. And so with this workout, you didn't nominate any equipment, Jessica, so I assumed you just wanted it without. But you can definitely add some light ankle weights or even a resistance loop just above the knees if you wanted to intensify it even more. So it's a workout you can grow with. Breathing through it. Nice job. Okay, we're going to come into a more of an L-shaped position. You can come all the way down if you prefer. Otherwise, lifting from here, up and down. So this one is going to start burning quite quickly, but it's a little bit easier than if you had both legs in front. So I'm letting you keep your other leg bent, up and down. So make sure you're not twisting your chest up to the ceiling. You want to keep it to the front, keeping your hips on top of each other. Always check that out. Up and down. Keep that leg straight as well. You're going to want to bend it as it starts to hurt. But remember, the last few reps is where the results live. So just grit your teeth, take a deep breath in, and keep going. Nice job. We're just going to sweep it back and forward, keeping it in the nice same horizontal plane. Minnie is performing for us. Back and forward. Keeping it in the same horizontal lane and then really squeezing your butt at the back and then your quad towards the front. And a little bit of core engagement here too, which never hurt anyone. This one's a little bit easier, so you're welcome, Jessica. Letting you get rid of some lactic acid here. Remember to point that toe and really extend long. Mini, mini. Are you squeezing that butt cheek at the back? I hope so. Okay, extend both legs again. We're going to hit our quads a little bit. So I want you to keep your kneecap towards you and towards the ceiling. Draw that toe up the inside of the bottom leg and then extend and back down. So it's up to you to squeeze the quad the entire time. It's not going to feel super difficult unless you really put your mind where the muscle is and contract that quad. Deep breaths. You should be starting to feel this entire lower section of your obliques and your shoulder working by now, just holding you in this position. Just a few more like this. Now we're going to lean back a little bit. So it's still kind of side leaning, and I'm just going to get you to bend press. Okay, so you're kind of leaning back on your elbow, chest is more up to the ceiling, and you're going to bend press to get into that quad a little bit more. Bend press. Lengthening, pointing. Still thinking about someone tying a rope around that ankle and pulling you towards the opposite wall. We're going to flip over to the other side, but keep working the same leg. And do some inner thighs next. Wow, this is really starting to burn. Keep going. 2 and 1. Okay, to the other side. Line yourself up again, and we're going to bend our back leg behind. Heel up to the ceiling, rotate your knee down, and just start lifting up and down. So we're out, we're not directly in line here, we're out to the corner. Okay, so check your posture, make sure you're not slouching, make sure you're really engaging the lower abs, the lower obliques. Now, because we just worked the quads on an angle, we definitely also worked a little bit of inner thigh. So can you feel that fire already? Up. Try and get up high. Pull that belly button in as tight as you can. And we're going to sweep it. So I want you to slightly come up and sweep in, slightly come up. Slightly come up front, slightly come up in. It's like a rainbow, sweep and sweep. Try to keep the rest of your body as stable as possible. So don't kind of like move around like this. Keep everything nice and rigid and just be moving that leg. Still thinking about turning the knee down and the heel up. And you're going to feel the obliques on the top side here a lot. Are you feeling that? I'm definitely feeling it. All the way out and in. Big sweeping moves. Now back to that corner, we're just going to circle it. If you need to come down here, it's no problem whatsoever if your shoulder's getting sore. But if you can, stay up here and circle in one direction. Once again, straightening behind that knee. Knee down, heel up, lengthening long. If it's getting too much, then maybe lower the leg, make it tiny. Have a micro break, come back when you're ready. Now, other way, around and towards the back. Try to keep that leg hovering. Once again, rest of the body, anchor it. Really try to anchor it. We've got one more exercise on this side and then we're switching. We're staying on this side though. So now we're going to bend, extend, twist the leg, bend, extend. So inner thigh, quad, inner thigh, quad, inner thigh, quad. Just twist through the hip. You can let your chest kind of go more diagonal here. So can you go heel up for the inner thigh? You're twisting and twisting, twisting and twisting. This is going to add up a lot. So make sure you straighten behind the knee every time you extend and extend. Yeah, finishing with a bang, people, finishing with a bang. And then we have to do it all again. But we're going to sit up and roll our shoulders in between before we go into the outer thigh lift on the other side, because I'm not that mean. Wow, the burn is happening. Okay, let's just roll the shoulders. We're going to get straight back into position, both legs on top of each other, hips are stacked. Are you ready? And raise it. So remember our positioning. Hips stacked. You've got your legs directly in line with your hip. Point it, straighten behind the knee. Imagine someone pulling that toe towards that wall. Up and down, there's a gap. So you're never fully, you can touch a little bit, but you're never resting that top leg down. It's up and down. You're pushing your ribcage away from the floor, keeping your neck nice and long, shoulder away from the ear. Up and down. Breathe. The more oxygen to the muscle, the less the lactic acid will build up. So it's going to be tap and then behind the center line. So you're going behind that leg. Deep breath in, keep everything else still. Tap and extend. Deep breath. Feeling some obliques here as well, the top obliques for sure. How are we going, Jessica? Is this kind of what you wanted? I hope so. Simple but effective stuff, right? Okay, bending the bottom leg, the other leg comes in front. Try and keep your chest to the front. And we're gonna raise it. Raise and tap. Raise and tap. Now, if this is not working for you, the further you bring your leg away from your chest, the easier it's going to be, okay? But considering there's only one round in this position, you may as well just give it your all. Take some deep breaths and go for it. Ten seconds. You can do it. Come on. I know it's hard. The next one's much easier. Remember the sweep? I'm just going to move so I don't hit my ball. Sweep back. Sweep front. If you need to come up in between, I know it's a lot on those shoulders, but you want it side lying, right? Front and back. Up to you. Do you want to keep your bottom leg bent or do you want to straighten it? It doesn't really matter. You're sweeping all the way. Squeeze the glute at the back. Long, long leg. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do the drawing and down, drawing up the inside of your thigh, up and down. Straighten fully and then down. So remember, it's up to you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your quad here. If you're not really squeezing, you're not going to feel that much here, and you're only cheating yourself. So Jessica says squeeze it. Squeeze it, baby. Breathe, breathe. So you can go further back, kind of like still a little bit on the side, and we're just going to just lift it, right? Did we just lift it? I think we just lifted. We didn't bend press, did we? It feels good to lift on that angle. Don't slouch. Definitely feeling that. So after this one, we're flipping to the other side to do inner thighs. But it's mean because we're using this leg again. Doesn't get a break. But then again, the other side didn't get a break, so Minnie, the other side didn't get a break. You got a break though. You got a break the entire time we're working out, didn't you, Min? Oh, except for coming down from there. Yeah, you did jump down. That was a big jump, wasn't it? There was a big jump. She's going in her little cave. All right, other side. And we're starting with those inner thigh raises. So remember, really twist here. Keep everything else to the front and start to raise on that diagonal, remember? So you're not in here, you're out here. I'm up on my toe of my back leg, pushing my abs away from the floor, pushing out of my shoulder, keeping everything aligned. Big yawn from Minnie. She's in jail. She put herself in jail. Jail without bars. Or jail with big gaps in the bars so she can get out anytime. Up and down. If I go too fast, by the way, it's a bit late, then just slow it down. Minnie, Minnie. She looks so funny at the moment because she's lost all her winter fur. Okay, what are we doing? We're sweeping and sweeping. Sweep in and lift, sweep out and lift. Try and keep that heel up. Deep breath in. Sweep and sweep. Yeah, in winter, she's quite plushy. She has quite a lot of thick fur. And she's blacker in winter. And then in summer, she loses so much fur. She actually ends up losing more fur than Yoda in terms of just finding it everywhere. So I have to brush her constantly. And then she comes out this really gingery sort of color in her coat. It's really interesting. I'm trying to distract you from the pain. Lift it. Do not drop that leg. Jessica, you better not be dropping that leg. You better be keeping it high. You better be keeping your heel twisted up to the ceiling because this is what you wanted, right? Okay, I've totally forgotten what the next exercise is. Circles. Circles. Rotate, keeping that leg nice and long. You're closer in now, not as close, like not totally in like this, but you're not out like this. You're kind of in between, and you're still trying to keep your heel up, and you are breathing. This is the second last exercise. You're going to be sad it's over. Maybe you're going to have to redo the whole thing. Let's go the other way. You're going to have to redo the whole thing, and this time wear ankle weights. Or maybe a resistance loop, or maybe both. If you're crazy like that, why not? Do it again. Around and around, come on. Okay, so bend, press, bend, press. Do you remember how we did this? So heel up, knee up, heel up, knee up. So you're rolling back a little bit when you do that quad. Really straighten each time. Feel that stretching. It's a stretch sculpt. This is your last exercise. So you need to give me the last little bit that you've got left. Do not slow down. Do not drop the leg. Finish strong with us. Jessica and I are going to finish strong. So you're going to do it with us. Come on. Don't leave us hanging. Up and out. And we are done. Oh my goodness, guys. I definitely felt that. So the advanced part of this workout, just coming to a straddle stretch, was the fact that we did all the exercises on one side before switching to the other side. So you're welcome. Jessica, how did I do? I hope it's what you wanted. I hope you enjoyed it in a masochistic sort of way. But you know, the burn is where the results live. You know that as much as me. That's why you like these torturous side-lying workouts. Pull that knee in. If this is your last workout, stretch a little bit longer. Otherwise, maybe add on an upper body workout or an abs workout. Minnie says goodbye. Goodbye from Minnie. Thank you so much, Jessica, for your workout suggestion. I'm sure a lot of other people are going to love it as well. And I look forward to being back with another viewer workout very soon. Bye from Minnie and I. Bye bye. Darling. You're so cute. You're so cute.